Okay, so we have just arrived at Herath. What we do is rotate until we can see the planet, or the sun should I say, which will be behind us somewhere. There it is, there's the sun. Let's have a quick look about, see if we can see any planets. No, so it will either be above or below us. So now what we do is rotate, and you can see the old slow mouse bug is happening, so tap the Q and E's while you're moving the mouse and everything goes pretty quick. Right, who wants to put a planet? Ah, there's a moon, there's a planet, yep, left shift. Okay, right. What we do, line up to the centre of the planet you orbit, rotate till the sun, the light, the sunny side and the dark side have an almost level line going across. Left shift, there we are, that's a bit better. Okay, now what we do is FGL turn off, undock the outpost, interact with the radar again, and it shows now the outpost is on our radar. Okay. Right, left shift stops us from rotating. Let's turn FGL back on because let's go jump, find ourselves a module. So we get nav. Oh, hold on a second. I've just got to find me little handy list. Okay, so back to the game again. Right. We're at Herath, so we're looking for a CM. CM's usually military zones, and if you've seen the little mini map, it tells you what military, civilian, and industrial areas are. And Herath is military is Iblis. Okay, so we're up here. Enigma, Calypso, Iblis. Okay, right, let's zoom on into spot Iblis. Let's click on it. There it is. Right, create custom orbit. Now, it orbits pretty close to Herath here, so I'm going to shrink in the size and have the orbit jump me opposite side of the planet to the moon. At least then I know it's a pretty good chance that I'm not going to get wedged in between the moon and the planet and find it awkward to jump out again. So right, because we're in orbit, or of a wider orbit around the planet than the moon's, so we need a warp 2 at least. Because of the size of our orbit, it's quite a large orbit around the planet. Right, okay, that's it. Set green ready, initialize. Don't have too far to manoeuvre. As you can see, facing the planet, that's where we're jumping to get the modules. That's all good. Right, I'm just going to have a quick swig of coffee while waiting. And if you need the map, it's in the news updates on the Steam forums for Hellion. It's in the 0.2 release. There was a map which shows the layouts of the civilians and stuff, but if you can't find it and you need a link to it, leave a message under this video and I can pop a link there for you with a link to the map, and then because it's very handy. Or if you're part of Hellion UK on our Discord, there's in the pinned sections the maps available there as well. So makes it easier to find. Okay, 20 seconds before we jump. Let's go find ourselves a command module. The command module's guaranteed to have turrets in this area because it's a tier 2 to tier 3 area. Okay, J key for jumping. Tier 2 to tier 3 locations are the tier 1 and 2 is around Bethir and its moons. So like Bethir itself is tier 1, tier 1 and 2 is the moons around Bethir, which is the starting location, so you're pretty low level for loot and stuff, so you have to travel further afield to get decent loot. So that's why relocating your base to another planet is always a good thing. Bit awkward and tricky for the first, for the new players out there, but the benefits outweigh the awkwardness of moving. What we do is, first thing nowadays, you need a command module on your base to control turrets, and to fit turrets to your base gives you that extra little bit of security. So basically the first thing you need to try and find for your base is a CM. So if you jump into any other planets, always jump to one of the military moons or planets to get yourself a CM. It's definitely essential. And the higher the tier, the more guarantee it's got turrets in it, so more secure. But you don't want to go diving into the turret into the module straight away, because 1, it's going to need repairs, 2, it's going to have a turret in it, and 3, if it has got a turret in it, you're going to die pretty quick. So what you do is repair it a little bit and tow it back. Right. Whilst doing that, what I'm going to do is have a look at my repair tool, see how much juice we've got in it. Yeah, still got 11, still got a bit of heal, so it's enough to repair it, enough to tow it back. Before docking to any module nowadays, because they're coming in states of bad repair, have your life support turned off, okay? Because when you dock to the module, it'll automatically try to refresh the systems on the module that you attach with. So always turn off your life support before docking. That's a must, otherwise you'll be wasting resources. So always remember, turn off life support before docking. It's okay, minute away, and the further distance away you are from a planet, the harder it is for anyone to find you. So when they're around a moon, they'll do a scan. They're not going to see you because you're in an orbit similar to a moon as well, so you can't pick up what's in another moon by scanning on a different moon. So your orbit is equivalent to a moon, so they're never going to find you unless they're really, really close to you, which depends on your orbit. You have to be really lucky to be on the same moon at the same time as your base is orbiting near that moon. So it's all good. That's why I chose a high orbit, because then you're nowhere near any moons, nowhere near any planets. When someone does a scan, they're not going to find you. Unless they go out purposefully trying to hunt down ships, but they're going to have to go out their way big time to try and find your base. And by the time they actually find your base, you'll have probably about 20 modules attached to it with loads of turrets, and they're going to have hassle to get into your base. So it's win-win situation all round by making a high orbit base relocation. Okay, right, let's now we've got here. Nothing's picking up, so what we'll do is go to the nav map, hit scan. We're down there. Right, let's click ship, let's zoom down to where we are. There we are. Scroll out a little bit with the mouse wheel. Let's see what it picks up. Okay, it's picked up 1 iron, which is pretty low for this type of thing. So what I'm going to do is log out, because it could be a bug where not many items show up. Log back in again, the famous relog. Happens quite a lot. And then we'll get round to fixing stuff. Okay, connect. HQ Vital again. After interact with C, sit down again. Open back up the nav map. It'll bring us to where we are. Hit scan again. And cha-ching! Loads of things, so yeah. That's more like it. So, if ever you do a scan and it doesn't show everything, relog, scan again, and then everything, what should be showing up, shows up. Okay, so what we got a CM here anywhere? Looking for a CM would be nice. Got some CTMs, derelicts, PSMs, derelicts, CLMs, derelict. CTM, PSM on its Todd. Right, let's jump. That's the opposite side of the planet. Maybe I need to jump to a different location and scan again. Okay, well, there doesn't seem to be any spawned yet, which is a shame because I like trying to find a CM first off, but it's not always there. It does spawn there, but it just takes a while to respawn. Maybe someone's been and collected it already, so we have to wait for another one to spawn. So what else do we need? CTM will be handy, but deadly unless you get a CM fitted first. Right, okay, there's nothing really here at the moment. We're quite awkward. Can't see any. Oh, we can see the other moon over there. Nope. Clicked a bit off the screen. Okay, wait, yeah, we should just be able to make it to Enigma, so let's create a custom orbit there. Shrink it down so it's a bit closer. Warp 2, now it's between moon to moon, so warp 2 again. 17 hours, are you taking them with you? Right, let's click up until it vanishes. Down to 0, yeah, 58 minutes, let's have a giraffe. There is no way I'm going to be making a jump that long just to go to a moon. It should be a couple of minutes at least. Okay. Initialize. Yeah, slug mouse is occurring again, so tap the Q and E keys and it helps. Try and do them alternately and they don't get you spinning like a crazy thing. Tap the keys. Left shift to stop. There we go. There's the moon. And sometimes hunting down base modules, you know, not always in the planned place because people have been there, collected them. Just have to keep jumping around different moons and hunting and searching. At the moment we're heading to Enigma, which is a civilian zone, and possibly find an LSM, which is another module that is handy for getting people to join your crew, and also has extra resources for a good life support. So that's what I'm going to be hunting for now, and then I'll come back and see if I can find a CM somewhere. If not, I might have to jump further afield to find one. But that's the thing, it's all random, everything is randomly generated, so sometimes you can start a game and have life of luxury, and sometimes you can have complete nightmare. So let's go see if we can find an LSM. CM's off the cards at the moment. CM's are ideally the first thing you want to try and find, but it's not always findable. what I might do is dock the LSM, and then we'll have to jump to another planet to see if we can find the CM elsewhere. It's up to you. Choice is yours when you're playing it. Jump to different moons and planets and hit scan and see what you can find. But for controlling turrets, and majority of turrets in this area, they'll be in CTMs, PSMs, CBMs, so all the general stuff that you really want, and PSM, you know, all the general stuff that you really need on your base will have turrets when you're further afield. So you definitely need a command module to control those turrets. So one of the priorities on your list once relocating your base is hunting down, finding a CM. It's always good teaming up, because then you've got more people trying to jump to different locations to help make the search that little bit quicker and more effective. The more people jump in different directions, the more chance you've got of finding one. But they're always found in military zones. I mean, Athnar planet itself is a military zone. You've got Erodil Moon, Sinner and Arland, they're both military locations, and also Broken Marble around Bethia. If you want to start early and find a CM and start and build your base around there, you know, they're all the locations, including the Iblis Moon around Hirath. They're all good locations for finding command modules. And not forgetting IA, but IA's right out there in the middle of nowhere. With no sun, so solar panels don't work, so you definitely need lots of power stations, PSMs, if you're trying to build a big base there. And they're full of turrets, so if you don't find a CM first off when you get there, adding a PSM to your base could be dangerous, because you need to get inside to fix it, and there'll be turrets in there trying to kill you. So you need a CM to tame the turret so that you can get inside and fix it. So yeah, the challenge is all around. It's very good and interesting and challenging game, and what you find you have to repair, because it all comes damaged nowadays. Nothing shiny and crispy new. And if it's got a turret inside it, makes it that a little bit more difficult. Okay, right, we've just landed, so let's hit the scan and see what we see. Oh, we've got plenty popping up here. Derelicts. Got LSM over there with a ship. CQM if you need one. LSM with loads of derelicts. Airlock module. Oh, that could be handy. Airlock modules. Excuse me. Yeah, I think an airlock module might do for the time being. Because it's around the same orbit. Warp 1. Bit of juice. Reduce the time down. Okay, initialize, tab out, follow the M, slug mouse again, tap the Q and E keys, get the mouse moving. It's moving somewhere completely different. There it is, left shift, mouse down, tap the Q and E key, gets the mouse moving, and shift again, sorted. Alrighty, time to dock an airlock module. And with all things, as I was stating previously, oh cheeky, all modules when they turn up are damaged, so you need to get out and try and repair them as best as you can, including the airlock module, which are usually quite a lower hit point base, so the smaller the module, the more damage it'll probably have, so you need to definitely get out and repair it. And always remember, when docking to the module, like we did earlier, turn off the life support, so at least then your life support won't be wasting resources trying to fix and heal up, you know, repressurize a module that you've just docked with, especially if it's got a breach. I mean, it can have anything. It can have a breach, it can have a fire. Breaches will remove the air pressure, fires will remove the air quality, so all of those sort of things will, you know, drain your resources, so you've got to keep your resources, and the only way to do that is by turning your life support off before docking with the module. So okay, so we've got an airlock module a couple hundred meters away, so we've already got our life support turned off, so we can grapple, select the airlock module, grapple its standard docking port. Right, mouse is slug mouse again, so tap the Q and E keys, slug mouse going on, and your mouse starts moving a little bit quicker. There it is, right in front of us. Slug mouse doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen occasionally. And the quick workaround is just to tap the Q and E keys while you're actually moving your mouse. It's no hardship because your hand's usually on the Q and E keys when you're docking anyway, so it's not too bad. Right, got directional speed of 6 meters per second. Better slow down because with damaged mechanics in full effect nowadays, that would probably explode on impact, and we would all be dead. As you notice, the docking port glow is no longer orange. It's gone a sort of a cleaner colour, not so mad, but it's definitely more hypnotic looking with the little glowy things, the ripple effects for it. As you can see, there's lots of smoke spewing inside there, so no doubt there's a leak or some sort going on. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty of holes and stuff going on there. Oh, there's a little lava lamp in there from what I see. Okay, right. Now, once you've grabbed a module, go to the life support. So your life support's been turned off. Go to the basic overview. Gives you the room list. Now, this is the current vessel. It's malfunctioning because it's been turned off. Now, see, it's got damage, a breach there with the zero pressure. So turn that off, and your systems will not try to repressurize it, which is a good thing. Right, now we go back to the main screen again. Turn our life support back on, so at least our air tanks will be sorted. Right, we'll head out, give the module a bit of a quick repair before towing it back, because the state of it could be pretty bad. We need it as best as we can make it before we actually kick it into touch, into FTL, because FTL does cause damage as well. Health of the vessel. The more jumps you do, the less health the ship's going to have. So always keep a repair tool handy. There we are. Almost forgot to put my visor down, and when the pressure gets to a lower point, you get the sound, which is all good. It lets you know that you need to close your visor pretty quick, otherwise you will be dead. Okay, so we'll grab the repair tool. Got a little bit of juice in this one. Doesn't need a lot, you only need to repair some of the outside bits just to get it so it's towable. Usually it's, there we go, you can see it right near where the grapple goes, where you grab stuff. check that it has been healed. Yep, still got a bit of fuel left in and it stopped, so that bit's been healed. Let's find out if there's any other components or... As always, inside there's some sort of form of damage going on, so what we do is depressurise this airlock. Once that's depressurised, we'll go in, we'll force the inner door again, as we did before, on the other first airlock, and if there is a chance of fire going on with all that smoke going on in there, it will then reduce the chances of us saying hello to flames. Okay, so what we'll do is close the outer door. Open the inner door. Yep, zero air in there at all. Completely wasted, as they say. Also, whilst here we can get a good view at the after that one repair, it's up to 72%. So let's get this little tool working on this last little bit of damage up here. There you go, didn't repair all of it, but majority of it, so it's all good. Okay. Close the door. Oh, got a large medkit in here as well. We've already got our medkits full though, I think, yeah. Anything in the drawers? No, not this time around. The starter module rarely has anything in their drawers, so I don't bother checking the starter module, airlock module anymore, because I've never found anything in it. Probably never will. But, no, it's always handy to check it. Okay, now we're going to grab it and tow it back. Just remember, all modules will come damaged, so always remember to turn off the life support in your ship before docking, and then once you've docked, turn off the docked modules life support in the room list. Then you can turn your life support back on. Always remember to turn your life support off before docking to a module, otherwise it will drain your resources. As you can see, air quality is slowly going up again in here since we turned our air life support back on. And it's all on standby, it's not draining anything. And remote view list, yeah, it's still off, still zero pressure, but the breach has been fixed, so at least we did one good thing, repaired the breach. But with that smoke kicking off in there, no doubt there'll be a fire in there as well, so we don't want to put any air in there until we've got enough juice in the gun to fix it. Okay, right, let's just close in the door because it's always safer to have an inner door closed. And what we'll do is jump back to base and dock it. Okay, so hit the nav map, hit the home station button. There it is. Hasn't got a completely clear, detailed information on it, but as you can see, around Hirath there's asteroids as well. So it's got 3 moons, asteroids, and a couple of stations that you can jump to if you're feeling brave to dive in against turrets. Me, on the other hand, I'd sooner avoid them for the time being until I find some grenades, EMP ones, and everything else. Okay, so doing a moon orbit, warp 2, bit of juice, speed too low, increase that, about 4 minutes jump, yep. Initialize. Looks like mouse is still occurring, so follow the red diamond and left shift is your friend. There we go. And jumping back. And then once you're back, dock the module, climb back into your outpost, refill the repair gun, and repair the module. And job is a good one. So what I'll do is I'll fly back, I'll dock the module, refill the repair gun, repair the module, get all the life support and everything all back up and running, dock my ship, climb back in the outpost. Happy days. Alrighty, well, this was just mainly just to remind you when collecting modules. So, collecting modules tips. Always remember to turn off your life support before docking a module. That's the main one. Alrighty, well, won't bore you anymore. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you all soon.